Hi and welcome to my 3-card tarot reading where I pull 3 cards for the collective who has found their way into this video. My name is Tor and I'm an intuitive practitioner who work with the tarot, with sound, with meditation, with guided imagery as a way to close the gap between spiritual inquiry, daily life and intuitive practice. And the 3 cards that I pull will look at what's happening right now, why does this matter, and what are we going to do about it. These cards will most likely be as relevant to your life as they are to my life. So let's see what the tarot is in store for us today. Right, okay, so the first card that I have pulled up is the King of Swords reversed. So, what's happening right now? Well, upright, the King of Swords, he is somebody who has mental clarity, mental focus. He's just, he is direct, he is level headed, has a stoic warmth, if you like. And I think that with this card being reversed, something tells me that something is going on in your life where right now there's a lot of static in your mind, right? So there's a lack of clarity of thinking, a lot of clarity around feeling. There's a lot of static, and your connection with perhaps your intuition, the divine, your guides perhaps, is feeling somewhat distorted in this moment. Why is this happening right now? Like, why does this matter? The card that I have pulled is the Queen of Wands reversed. And why does this matter? Why does mental clarity matter? It matters because when our mind is cluttered, it's distorted, it is filled with static, we are unable to truly tap into that authentic creative force that exists within all of us, right? And what really matters and why this really matters is because if we want to create concepts, ideas, offerings, ways of being in the world that truly are intuitively guided, we need to create that sense of calm within, right? When we are creating that sense of stoic warmth for ourselves and able to find that inner equilibrium, right? And that's really what these cards are speaking to. And this matters because what we are here to share with the world is supposed to be uplifting, creative, joyous, and so on and so forth. And that's not to say that our life will always be that way. You know, sometimes life will serve us some challenges. And I think that's very much what's happening here within that King of Swords reversed. You know, I love how he looks a little bit like a Viking meets a Native American. There's incense. He is sitting there in his glorious sense of grounded sense of self, right? And with that being reversed, at the moment, that's feeling perhaps a little bit destabilized. And how do you get through it? You know, I think what the Ten of Wands is suggesting by being upright is that, first of all, this cycle, this energetic cycle, is also naturally about to come to an end. It's about unburdening yourself, right? What are you prepared to let go of? And I can see that you've been going through a difficult time with this card. Um, but sometimes we have to, for ourselves, take responsibility for our own experience to unburden ourselves. And I think that's what the Ten of Wands is speaking to, that for you to create that mental clarity, which is so needed for you right now in this moment, you have to unburden yourself, release some responsibilities, allow other people to solve their problems so that you can be, you know, by the piano, doing your writing, connecting with people in a way which is genuinely intuitively guided. And that's what the tarot really wants you to connect with in this moment. Thank you so much for listening. Like I said at the beginning of this video, my name is Tor. I'm an intuitive practitioner. And if you want a more in-depth reading with me, you can book that in by following the link in my bio. I also make loads of other spiritual content that you can find on my YouTube. And so if you found this resonating with your being, hit that like button, subscribe button, and I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for listening.